Hi everyone, I'm Greg from Sourcetoad, and today we're back in part whatever of the AI series for non-technical executives on AI. And today we're going to ask a very interesting question, which is, how can you take generative AI models like OpenAI's ChatGPT and customize it for your business purposes? Make it do what you want it to do. Specifically, we're going to look at the two main ways to do this: fine-tuning and Retrieval-Augmented Generation, which is called RAG, and you will hear that term all the time. So, first, we need to look at what generative models, AI models, do out of the box. And once we've done that, we'll be able to understand why they need help. And then the second thing we'll do is we'll look at how they can be improved with additional data. And then we'll talk about the key differences between fine-tuning and RAG. And this is super important if you're like a CEO or a CMO or C something who wants to stay ahead of the curve and effectively utilize AI in your organization. And if you're a CTO and you're watching this, don't worry, I'm not going to tell anybody. I've been a CTO myself. I've actually run a custom software development company for the last 16 years, and I've helped build a ton of AI systems for startups and Fortune 50s and Fortune 500s. And I would consider myself an expert in explaining technology concepts, but I'm not an expert in YouTube or making my wife laugh or actually really anything else, which is sad. But I do know how to build really good software, and that's why Sarah here forces me to make these videos. And that's why I'm stuck in this room. Sorry. Thank you, Sarah. Anyway, so what do generative AI models do straight out of the box? Imagine you have a new puppy. A cute puppy with big eyes, a puppy that has read the entire works of Shakespeare and memorized Wikipedia, that would pass the bar exam, but it knows nothing about your business. Spot, right? So Spot is enthusiastically trying to help you with it, whatever you ask it to do, to fetch whatever your customer is going to ask it or whatever you want to know about your customer, and you want to let Spot go and get your product information and give it to your customer. But Spot is just trying to, why am I calling it Spot? But whatever. Spot is just trying to make your customer happy. And it's going to make up some wild story about something that it totally did not eat that shoe and it was not up on the sofa because it doesn't know anything about your business. And so it can often do what's called hallucinate. Now, this is nothing to do with mushrooms. Hallucination is the technical term we use for when a generative AI system just makes crap up. This is bad and annoying and sometimes embarrassing. I was once doing a live coding demo at a university here in Tampa, and I was trying to retrieve some data about the available classes from the college's website. And the AI I was using to do the live coding made up an API where I could go and get the data. And then I proceeded to attempt to use that in front of like 100 students or something. Obviously, I turned this into an object lesson because I'm quick on my feet, and I didn't even feel the slightest tinge of embarrassment. But the AI did invent an entire API that did not exist and gave me documentation for it. So, for business purposes, we want our AI to bring back exactly what we ask for and not to make something This is where augmenting the data comes in, right? By training your AI data specific to your business, it can improve the accuracy and relevance. It's like teaching your puppy to fetch a specific ball amongst like all the toys and all the balls in the world. There are probably two things you're going to hear about a lot from your team or any nerd that you talk to or contractors or the internet. It's going to be fine-tuning and RAG. As the boss, you're going to need to know at least just a few details about these differences. Both methods are trying to make your AI smarter and more useful, but they do it in like different ways. Let's talk about fine-tuning first. Fine-tuning means that you take a pre-trained generative AI model, so something that just comes out of the box like Claude or Llama 3 or Minstrel, and you try and refine it around a certain type of knowledge. This doesn't necessarily teach the AI something new, but like it adds concepts and redefines the algorithms that it's built on. So let's say you fine-tune an AI model on like the domain of jewelry, like the jewelry business. It doesn't mean that your model now knows everything about your online jewelry store, but it will associate things like ring closer to the word engagement rather than telephone or circus or boxing rings or whatever, right? So it makes your model like just better at understanding and following instructions within the like domain of jewelry. Fine tuning, however, needs like a ton of data and computing power. And it also tends to be like less flexible once you've trained it that way. And so you can't really easily update it once you've done it with new information without like retraining and spending all that money again. And also, you're not guaranteed to get better results here. It's possible to actually fine tune something and to get worse results. And it requires much more kind of like machine learning and large language model expertise than the second type that we're going to talk about of augmentation, which is called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG. And you're going to hear that at like every conference. You go to RAG. So this is about how you make your AI smarter. And that is basically like taking you've got let's say you've got a lake of data. Just imagine a huge pool of data that's yours. And it's about your systems and your customers and your processes. And next to it, you've got this AI model that can like take data and can, answer any question about anything. It's kind of like having an assistant. But how do you get your information into the brain, quote unquote, of the model, right? So we need to get data from that lake, this pool of data, into that model. So the retrieval system, the RAG in RAG, is basically going to carry the data from that lake, and it's going to pour it into the AI model in like buckets or ladles. Not the whole thing all at once. That's just too much. But like a little bit at a time based on the question that it's asked, right? And this is a multi-step process. Like a customer might say, do I need to insure my helper monkey business with when I'm shipping my helper monkey? I don't know, I can't, whatever. But you got a helper monkey business now. Fine, roll with it. And do I need insurance on the monkey? Probably, right? But now your customer is going to ask the chatbot on your monkey business website, which is probably unethical, but fine for illustration. And the retrieval system is going to take that request and it's going to pass it to the like data bucket carrying system and ask it for the most relevant data about your order processes and anything involving like bananas, shipping, face ripping insurance, whatever the types of insurance that monkeys will require. And then it's going to take that data and it's going to ladle it into the AI model as a prompt or as a vectorized set of data. And this could be like a page of text long or even longer, but it'll give all the AI all the information it needs to answer that question that your customers asked. And then RAG, these kind of approaches, they tend to tell the model to ignore its underlying knowledge base and instead just do what you have asked it to do with the data that you've given it. And so this helps kind of cut down on the rambling answers about like other primate-based insurances like ring-tailed lemurs or I don't know a lot about a lot of stuff. Slow lorises. Although, to be honest, slow lorises are super, super freaking cute. They're like the cutest creature on the entire planet. If you want to like just pause this video right here and go look up slow lorises, I'll wait, right? Okay, you're back. They're so cute, right? Okay. Anyway, so that answer comes back from the model, and it's likely to be super accurate because it's based just on the data that you've given it about that particular question. And the limitation here is the quality of your data. If you have garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. And that might be fine if you're building like a fake helper monkey insurance joke website or something. But if you're a law firm and you're like answering questions about somebody's paycheck or something like that, you do not want your AI going bananas. See what I did there? Sarah, see that? Funny, right? So to recap, fine tuning is like a specialized training puppy, making your AI an expert in your domain. And RAG, on the other hand, adds layers of information retrieval, making your AI both knowledgeable and up to date. They both have limitations, but when used correctly, they can significantly boost your business's efficiency and accuracy in your AI models. For 90% though of use cases, you're going to want to use RAG to make your AI models and their responses better. Fine tuning is going to be for very specific circumstances and is generally going to be used to improve your model only after you've already added a RAG system. If you need any help on fine-tuning models or adding RAG systems to your own data, or of your own data to an AI model, Sourcetoad would be happy to help you out. So hopefully this was helpful for you to get a rough understanding of the difference between fine-tuning and RAG, and new and hopefully insightful ideas about the monkey insurance business or monkey shipping business. If you liked it, if you want to argue with me, there's probably a comment section below. I don't know a lot about YouTube, as I told you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.